What up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Bree. I make lifestyle content vlogs. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. As you can see, I'm in New York. I am in New York for the next couple of days. It is June, what's today? 27th. My birthday is actually June 29th. So this is a solo / graduation / birthday trip. It was originally supposed to be a birthday trip and graduation trip with Honey, but with our big trip next month, it was just gonna cost too much for both of us to go. So he's like, why don't you go? And Honey's not a big city person. Like, he would rather be in the mountains and the woods, camping and stuff like that. So a big city like this isn't his thing. So I was like, okay. So I got in last night. My flight was delayed a little bit, but wasn't too bad. Honestly, the days leading up to this trip and even the day of the trip, I was very anxious. As you know, what happened this past Saturday with everything going on in the world and with Iran and our current president, I was very anxious, and I said, I don't know about this. At this point, flights have been paid, hotel have been paid, shows have been paid, everything. And I was like, babe, I don't know about this. I'm a little scared. You just don't know what can happen. So after a lot of prayer, I talked to my honey, my sisters and everything. And they were like, you know, just be vigilant. And if you didn't know, I think I mentioned it in my Boston vlog, public transportation person. I love taking the trains. I love taking the buses and everything. But with this trip, I'm like, since I'm by myself and New York is such a big city, I think I'm just gonna Uber where I gotta go. Thankfully, the 2 shows that I'm seeing this weekend is walking distance. Like, the one I'm seeing tomorrow is across the street from my hotel. Speaking of the 2 shows, I am seeing Boop the Musical, which is a Betty Boop musical, and it stars a Black woman. And if you didn't know, Betty Boop was based off of a Black woman. I'm just gonna leave that there. And I'm seeing that tonight, and I was supposed to leave Saturday, but I saw that Michelle Williams is in Death Becomes Her. So I was like, let me go see that. I don't mind seeing that. And the tickets were the tickets weren't that expensive. So I added on that show and then extended my trip. So I leave bright and early Sunday morning. But it is Friday. I am all dressed and ready to go. First of all, they were like, people were saying New York is getting ready to have a heat wave. It's so hot, it's so hot. Honey, it was 68 degrees last night. And it's cloudy today. It's supposed to rain today. And I think it's in the 70s right now. So I'm like, I done bought all these shorts and my arms are out and they saying it's getting ready to be cold. But I will take it because Texas has been very, very hot. Very hot. But I'm getting ready to head out. Today, I'm going to see the Statue of Liberty. I'm taking like a 4-hour comprehensive tour. I'll leave the tour that I'm doing linked down below. So I'm getting ready to do that. I am just packing up my stuff. Oh yeah, let me show you my outfit. Not the best lighting, but this is my outfit. I got these overalls from Target. I went with my sister the other day. And I've had this tank top from Old Navy for a couple of years, so. And my On Cloud shoes. That's what I'm wearing today. But I need to go. I need to grab my Apple Watch. The hotel I'm staying at, I'm at the New York Marriott Marquis. It's very nice. It's literally in the heart of Times Square. Like the main center of Times Square is right there. I need to figure out where the Ubers are picking up from. I love this e.l.f. Lip gloss. All right, so let's go. Just waiting for the tour to start. It's a very gloomy day out, but I actually saw the One World Center. You can't see it right now, but I saw that when we were driving in.
Kind of consider the Revolutionary War Part 2, where the British are kind of coming back. Well, we realized that of all places they are going to attack, it is probably going to be New York City and New York Harbor. But how long are you here in the city for?
Sunday. I leave Sunday morning.
Okay, so you got a little bit more time.
Yeah, security was tight. It's just like the airport, but I'm all right with that. Extra security, I am all right with that. But I literally got patted down because of my buttons. Like every time I walked through, I got dinged. But made it through. See the Statue of Liberty right there. So I've been to New York in 2018, but we didn't go see the Statue of Liberty. We did see the fountains for where the World Trade Center stood, but we didn't see the museum, which is why I'm going to the museum tomorrow. But it's so cool. Like, we want to go see the Statue of Liberty. Wow. Our tour guide said to stand on the second floor because a lot of people go to the third because it's seating up there. And he said to stand on this side because we'll get the better view. So, just gonna see.
But so before it was Liberty Island, we're gonna go way back. Its original name that we have recorded. We unfortunately do not know the Lenape. So the construction you're seeing, that is, they're rehabilitating the fort. So they're working on getting that stronger.
So we are free to explore Liberty Island until 12. It is 11:12. We just took some pictures in front of the statue. Our tour guide was kind enough to take 6 photos for us. So it was pretty cool. So much history, oh my gosh. I did not even know that like the actual structure of the statue is made of copper, and the reason it's green is because of the elements. The elements mixed with copper, it turned it green. It was originally like that light copper. I didn't even know that it came from France, that the guy that made the Eiffel Tower helped with it. It was like so much history. And the copper is as thick as 2 pennies stacked on top of each other. Crazy, crazy. But I am going to walk around. I'm going to see how I could get up there to take a picture. If not, then it's fine. I'm just gonna walk around the island. I'm looking at the One World Center right here. I really lucked up with weather because I was talking to a guy on the road and he said that they got here on Tuesday and it was so hot. And like today, it just, between yesterday and today, is perfect weather. It's like 60 something degrees. 72 right now. So I believe that's a little bit of Manhattan right here. There's the One World Center. I'm gonna go to that tomorrow. So cool. Oh, I see the Empire State Building right in the back. Wish my honey was here. I like experiencing different things with him. I'm trying to see somewhere I could grab a snack or something. And like I think one of the original people a part of building this statue wanted to put her in chains, like broken chains, and they were like no. And I didn't even know she's actually standing on chains, like broken chains, and she's in motion. I'm like, so much history. Okay, so to get up there on the pedestal you need a ticket, which I don't have, But that's fine. I'm okay if I don't get up there. I came and saw it, so that's the best part. So I'm just gonna walk around. I'm gonna hop into one of the, I think there's 2 museums, I think he said on here. It is 11:24 now, so I have a little bit of time. I'll probably find me something real small to eat. I have not eaten breakfast. There is a pizza place right here, but it would be criminal to get a pizza here versus in the city. Y'all, it has been a day. I did not expect to be out as long as I was, but Ellis Island took up a chunk of time, but it was so nice to see. I don't know where I left off in the vlog. I was just recording stuff on Ellis Island. I didn't know much about it, honestly. I thought the Statue of Liberty was on Ellis Island, but it's not. I knew of the history of immigrants coming through New York, but I didn't know it was on Ellis Island. Ellis Island, EI. That's what I'm gonna call it, EI. And I didn't know that it's a pretty huge island. Like, it is freaking huge. It was originally 3 acres, and then they expanded, and now it's like 25 acres. And I didn't realize that it had hospitals, it had recreational parts, dormitories, and granted, some of those dormitories are like closed and confined, but it was so cool to see. I love history. I love learning about new things and people and stuff like that. But it was, you could literally spend a whole day at Ellis Island just looking at all of the pictures and documents. I went into this one room where it was full of passports, because passports weren't like this huge big thing that it is today. It made travel a little bit easy, but to see all the passports of immigrants coming over, it was astonishing. I don't think I filmed a lot, but I think I filmed enough, because if you're ever in New York, please check out that tour. We went to, of course, the Statue of Liberty, and then there was a Ellis Island tour. You have to experience it for yourself. It is just unbelievable, like freaking amazing. I would definitely go back to it, because I'm pretty sure there's so much that I've missed, and they're in the process of fixing it up and making it more of a tourist place to be, or for tourists to go. But yeah, I hopped on a ferry back to Manhattan, took an Uber to this place called Schmackery's, which I heard it on somebody's vlog one time, and then our tour guide, Jake. First of all, shout out to Jake, because Jake is my friend now. He is such a vibe. He seems so cool. He is a aspiring actor, and I'm like, can I follow you on Instagram? Because I would love to just follow his journey into acting. I think he's doing improv right now. So shout out to Jake. I will leave his Instagram link down below if you want to follow him. I thought he was really cool, and I had to give him his flowers. I'm like, you're a vibe. You're like, I like you. But he mentioned Schmackery's, and so I was like, oh, bet. You know, everywhere I go, I love to try a cookie. So what did I get? I got the classic, which was which is basically a chocolate chip cookie, and I see that it has salt on it, so that should be good. I got 3 cookies, y'all. Don't judge me, okay? I got a cookies and cream cookie. I'm not gonna eat all these cookies in the span of the next day or so. I am gonna try them all. I'm not gonna try them right now because I already had dinner. And then I got a funfetti cookie, which they all smell really good. I'm not even gonna lie. And then after that, I had this, you know, you ever in between those weird times, whether you're like, okay, should I go to dinner or should I go back? Should I do the thing I wanna do? You're at that weird time of you just don't know which one to pick. So that was me. My show starts at 7, but I want to get there at like 6:30. Yeah, it is 4:27, so I have about, what, an hour and a half to just do nothing. My original plan was to come back to the room, relax, go get dinner, and then go to the show. But since I was at that weird time, I was like, well, it really doesn't make sense to go back to the room, chill for like 2 minutes, and then go back out for an early dinner. I was like, let me just go get something now. So after I left Schmackery's, I just looked up, like, I was gonna go to this place called Den Fin, I don't know what it's called, but I was like, it smells so good around here. Let me find me something to eat over here. So I went to this dim sum place. Food was so good. I got the barbecue pork fried rice, and I got some pork dumplings, and I actually sprayed some of the juice on my shirt and my overalls. Thank God it was like the 4th dumpling, and it wasn't as hot as, you know, the first one. Baby, that would have burned me. That would have burned me. I have some leftovers, which is good. So if I'm hungry when I get back from the show, then I'll munch on that a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm going to come out of my clothes, take these contacts out because they have been in all day, and I'm going to shower and get in this good bed. Housekeeping made the bed, and I'm like, thank you, because I'm about to get in it. I'm going to get in it for the next hour or two and just relax. I was going to edit, but I may do that tomorrow. I was going to try to stay up to date with editing because I have my laptop right here, but I'm like, honey, I am tired. I am tired. But it was a good day today. It was so cool seeing the Statue of Liberty. I've actually never seen it in person, ever. Not even when I came to New York in 2018. I've never seen it. But I was so excited to see it. And then, of course, tomorrow I'm doing the One World Museum, which should be really cool to see. But I am about to get into relax mode, so I will check in with you all later. All right, it is 6:30. I am all dressed and ready to go. I am wearing this dress from Shein, I think. I got it a couple years ago. I wore it on our anniversary dinner in Chicago a few years ago. So a little black ensemble. I am only taking my wallet and my phone and my jacket because I don't want to carry all this stuff. So let's go to the show, my first Broadway show on Broadway.
So the August Wilson Theater.
Wow. We're at intermission. Whoa. This is so good. Y'all, that show was so good. Oh my goodness. I was literally on the verge of tears because to see, all I was thinking about was, wow, I am in New York seeing a Broadway show. The show is freshly on Broadway. This is the original cast. She's a Black woman, and I just was so grateful to just actually just be here. Homegirl, Jasmine Amy Rogers, phenomenal. She is a jack of all trades. Like, the girl could sing, dance, tap. She is gorgeous. I've seen Broadway shows before, not on Broadway, but I have seen the tours when they come, and I'm always awed by the production of it all. It was just so amazing, and to be able to come out here for a few days, have a little solo trip, and see this show. I've always wanted to see it ever since I heard about it in Chicago. And then I read that they were on Broadway. I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to see it. But it just seems like such a distant dream that I want to do. And then Honey, he encouraged me, why don't you just go? And I was like, why don't you go? While I'm there, let me see what the tickets are. The tickets were like $200. My seat, I have never sat so close to a stage before. I think I was orchestra, center section, well, I guess that's orchestra, and like 5 rows back. I was so close, I could see her spitting whenever she talked and sang. That's how close I was. She started crying on stage. I started crying in my seat, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. I am just so grateful to be able to do this. I did wait at stage door. I was a little hesitant about it. I was like, I don't know. I don't want to seem like one of those people that's like desperate to get a autograph or a picture. But I'm like, girl, you're in New York. Just do it. YOLO. You could be laying up in a bed sick. You could be in a hospital waiting on test results, So I did get, I don't know who they were, but I did get it signed. This is the playbill. I did take some pictures with some of the cast. They were so lovely and so nice. I told one of the girls, I was like, I'm an esthetician and your skin is gorgeous. And she was like, what's your, she asked me, where am I? I was like, oh, I'm in Texas. She's like, dang, I was looking for somebody to scrub up this face. And I was like, hit me up on Instagram, girl. So I gave her my Instagram handle. But I didn't get to see the main star, Jasmine Amy Rogers, which is sad. I waited, the show ended, I think at 9:30. It's 10:58 and I'm just now getting back. So I waited out there for a while to hopefully see her, but they started clearing everybody out. They were like, nobody else is coming out. But I'm like, it's only one way in and one way out. And she ain't come out yet. So where's she at? But I didn't want to still keep standing there seeming like I'm a stalker or anything. So I waited long enough, but it's fine. You know, it was amazing. But then found out that the show is closing next month. That is crazy. I guess I overheard this one guy say, I don't know how true it is, but he was like, the Tonys were, I think, last weekend. And I think she was nominated and the show was nominated, but they didn't win. So if your show doesn't win, they cancel it. I don't know how true that is. I'm not that big into the Broadway scene. I love musicals. Love musicals. But I'm sad that they're closing. I was rooting for her. I'm going to continue to root for her and the cast and everything. But I guess that's just show business. Like, you just never know. But I'm so glad I was able to see it before they closed. I didn't even know they were closing until I overheard it. But yeah, today was a good day. Tonight was a great night. Let me tell y'all, I got into bed. I started editing. I talked to Honey for a little bit. And then it was 5:20. And I was like, okay, cool. I got 40 minutes. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to get up in time. Girl, the next time I woke up, it was 6:17. And I'm like, oh my God. So I had to literally throw myself together. But it all came about. The venue is literally across the streets, like behind the hotel. So it was fine. But I did get some merch. I got a Betty Boop shirt, which is really cute. And then I got this jacket. It says Boop. And then, can you see it? Oh, Lord. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's so cute and it's so cozy. So I got she gave me an extra large. She said, you know, I wanted like a 2 or 3X because I like mine's oversized and just baggy on me. But this is an extra large and it fits really good on me. So I'm happy about that. I got the playbill, I got the shirt, I got the jacket, tons of pictures, tons and tons of pictures. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. But it's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna call Honey, see what he's doing. Last I texted him, he said he was getting ready to make him some food. And I was like, babe, it is 9:30 at night. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna wrap this video up now. We'll have to see. What is up, you guys? It is Friday evening. It is 11:51. It's almost midnight. I did not traditionally vlog today. I kind of wanted to just take the day and just not put so much into pulling out my camera and making sure I get a good shot. And first of all, this camera is huge, okay? And I don't have a DJI, whatever, pocket, whatever it is. So let me set you all down here so I could tell you about my day. So first I went to the World Trade Center, or where the World Trade Center stood. And I've been there before in 2018, and going back was just as it was the first time I went. It was kind of eerie today because it was cloudy. I thought it was gonna rain, but it didn't. And one of the fountains wasn't on, so a lot of people, you know, crowded around the first one. It was still so beautiful to see, and to just, when you have that realization that you are standing where essentially people died, it's very eerie. Yeah, it's very eerie. It makes you feel all the feels. And then this whole video, I thought I was going to the One World. Honey's calling. Okay, I don't even remember the last thing I was talking about. Honey called me, and then my sister called me because it is officially June 29th. I am 35 years old, which is, whew. What I was saying was, yeah, I think I was saying like you are essentially standing where people have perished. And when you have that realization, it's like, wow, it's sad. That's just what it is. It's very sad. So I thought I was going into the One World building, but I actually had a ticket for the 9/11 museum. I thought the museum was in the building, but apparently it's just an observation deck type thing. So I was like, okay, cool. When I tell you, this museum was so moving. There was so much to see. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. There was so much to read. There was so much to take in. It moved me to tears. It really moved me to tears. To be a part of history like this. Now, as you all know, I love history. I love learning about history. Anything from I just love learning about everything. But to be a part of this timeline is crazy. I was 11 years old when 9/11 happened. My mom was a postal worker and she pulled me out of school. And we all sat at home as we watched the Twin Towers fall. And walking through this museum and listening to the audio transmitters from the plane, voicemails, seeing the news reports, seeing the newspaper clippings, it brought me to tears. It really did. There was a part of the majority of the museum, you cannot take pictures, you cannot take video. So what I took video of was more of the outside of it. But the part where you couldn't take pictures and videos, oh man. It got to a point where I had to take a moment and sit down and just cry, because they put it as a timeline. Like it was, that day, that morning, and then what time the plane hit the first tower, and then what time the plane hit the second one, and then I did not even know that there was a plane that landed it crashed in Pennsylvania. They believe that it was aiming for the Capitol, but I knew about the Pentagon, and then it took you to what happened after 9/11, the weeks after, the months after. And then in my mind, I'm thinking, well, what about, I know we don't touch on enemies, but whatever happened to the attackers? And they did a whole section on them. Like it was I knew it was planned, but when you see how meticulously, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but when you see that it was strategically planned, they literally came over here and went to flight school to learn how to, operate a plane. It was just, it was definitely a lot to take in. But on the flip side of that, I highly recommend it for people to go see. If you've never been, go see it. They have tissues throughout the entire museum. There was a part where it was behind a wall where they had pictures of people jumping out of the building. And it's oh man. Very moving museum. And Honey asked me, he was like, I know we can't compare apples to oranges, but we did the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam. And he said, which one did you like best? And I was like, honestly, honey, I think because 9/11 was more my time. Yes, the Anne Frank house was still moving, but I think the 9/11 one was, it was a very, very beautiful museum. And then after the museum, I came back to the room and just chilled. I chilled. Me and Honey watched a WWE pay-per-view, the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. It was not a good pay-per-view. I did not like it at all. Only 2 out of the 5 matches were decent. And then after that, I talked to him for a little bit. I actually edited this video, so this is the last clip that I need to put into the into the program. And then I went to see Death Becomes Her, starring Michelle Williams, and I forget the 2 other actresses' name. They weren't even in the play tonight because one, I got the email a few weeks ago that she wasn't going to be in it, and then earlier today, the other main one, she wasn't going to be in it as well. So I was like, well, dang. They offered refunds, but I'm like, I still want to see Michelle Williams. It was a great play. I've never seen Death Becomes Her. I didn't know anything about it. All I knew that the heads were twisted and there was a hole in someone's body. That's all I knew about it. It was so freaking good. It was funny. It was when I tell you the production these people put on for these Broadway shows is like it's unmatched. It's unmatched. If you are ever in New York, I highly suggest you go see the show and Boop the musical before it closes next month. I think it closes July 13th, I think. And it also made me think about how, you know, when Broadway shows go on tour, you know, we have to scramble and get tickets. We have to get there maybe like 45 minutes to 30 minutes early. Baby, them people are rolling up 5 minutes before the show starts. And I'm like, it's so vastly different from seeing a Broadway show on Broadway versus it on tour. And it's completely different. I got there at like 7:35 and it was hard. It was people in there, but you could literally come in at like 7:55. Hell, even 8 o'clock. You know, people are still trickling in at 8 o'clock. It was a really, really good show. Highly recommend. Now tomorrow I'm gonna watch Death Becomes Her when I get home. But yeah, that is pretty much my New York trip. I'm so glad I was able to take some time to just, you know, be by myself and be with my thoughts and everything. And thank you all so much for watching this video. I am going to end it right here. Tomorrow I'm just gonna have a relaxing day. Honey actually has reservation for us tomorrow, so I don't know where we're going. I'm supposed to land sometime between 9 and 9:30 tomorrow, so I am going to finish packing. I just gotta put everything in the suitcase and close it. Like, everything is in the suitcase, I just gotta fold it up and just close it. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment down below. I will link everything that I did this weekend, from the shows that I saw to the tours that I did. I will have it all linked down below. Make sure to leave me a comment. Say happy birthday to me, because if you don't, it'll make me cry. I'm just kidding. But thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.